What is up, boys? This is how I technically lost $800 on the whole day, I think, but I made $500 or $600 on two accounts, New York session and my account that needed one more winning day for a payout. I blew that shit in Asia session. I feel like Jake Ryan, bro. Genuinely was just in fucking max positions on gold trying to get this winning day after I took like one or two losses. And man, like, genuinely so stupid of me. But we are back. These two XFAs that I have, up $600 today on both of them, which is pretty cool. Let's give you my analysis for the day. So if we see on the Discord, I gave my pre-market analysis. Bullish today, can only see two scenarios playing out. I wanted to see either a rejection straight off market open into some sort of 15-minute gap, and then a push higher to this previous day high level. And then the second scenario I wanted to see possibly occur is a push straight through this high off market open, a retrace into some sort of gap, and then moving to this 4-hour high. As we can see in the general chat, that happened instantly off open. We retraced into this 15-minute gap perfectly and got a 1-minute inversion to the upside to these highs. I ended up missing this trade, unfortunately. Let me just X that off. I ended up missing this trade because I was entering with 411 minis instead of 1 mini. And obviously my order got rejected because you know how we do. Order got rejected and missed out on making some good money off that trade. So yeah, coming into the day very bullish. Not really tapping off any 4-hour fair value gaps or anything, but we had these two really prominent highs that I wanted to see get reached. On the hourly, same thing, no real gaps to tap into. I didn't think we were going to dig this low off open. Didn't want to see us also come down to these London highs because London lows, because it's over 300 points away, would just be very unnecessary. But we had this 15-minute gap here I was just talking about. We tapped into off open and then swept this previous day high liquidity. That was most A+ setup trade of the day, but didn't end up getting an entry. I wanted to see us next move to this 4-hour high. I entered up after I saw this 5-minute candle closure. We obviously have this 5-minute fair value gap below here. After I saw this 5-minute fair value gap closure, 5-minute closure, it sort of confirmed this drawn liquidity for the day for me. I wanted to see price go to this drawn liquidity, and if it didn't, then the drawn liquidity is wrong. I entered off a tap into this one midpoint of these like two 1-minute fair value gaps, targeting this high. Going break even at this internal high here, but ended up getting stopped out in this trade for minus 500. I was already up $300 on the day from Asia on both accounts, so that put me at negative 250, roughly around negative 250 for the day, which it did suck. It is what it is. I thought that this drawn liquidity was confirmed after that 5-minute closure, but ended up not going to that drawn liquidity. We ended up just ranging down for the next like 30 to 40 minutes, however long that is. We inverted this hourly fair value gap, making me also very bullish, this hourly fair value gap here. Wanting to see price continue higher on the day, we ended up retracing down. If we have a look at ES, we retraced down into this 15-minute gap down here, and had a breakaway gap. We didn't have any gaps here on NQ, but we sort of inversed it, but I don't really count it as an inverse, to be honest. Edged the 5-minute retrace into that gap. Should have realistically taken this next trade on ES, but yes, tapped into that gap, and we had a 1-minute CISD just here. I wouldn't say I was tilted on this trade, but it's definitely not the best setup I've ever taken. Took it to this internal high just up here. Stops around here. Definitely not the best trade I took. I risked quite heavy-ish on this trade and got edged break even and edged TP. So pretty sweet that it did run to full TP, and that's how I made $600 on. Oh, actually no, I made like 900 on this trade, I'm pretty sure, because it wiped out that previous loss and then continued higher. which is pretty sweet. Definitely not the best trade. Shouldn't be trading this late into session, but it turned out to work, I guess. Definitely not something I'm probably going to do in the future. A little bit tilted, I guess, from blowing my shit earlier in the day. Fucking payout lined up, smack bang, ready for me. But it is what it is. We live and we learn. Hopefully we can come into the rest of this week and smash it out. I also dropped a Discord, guys, free Discord. It's going to be free for ages. I'm dropping a boot camp. I've dropped my first day of the boot camp. Dropping pre-market analysis, and then after the full boot camp is dropped, which will take 2-ish weeks, I'll start doing live trading, I think. So should be good. I showed you all my statistics and proof for the day on everything. So yeah, I'll catch you boys later. Don't trade Asia session and don't force winning days. That is what I will tell you guys. That's my advice. Peace.